cannot get into a new relationship with a person who has a full charge battery and you're at 1%. And what I mean by that is more so for people who jumps from relationships to relationships. I know we all know someone who are that person, or have experienced it, seen it, or wanted to try it. It is a disaster in itself. You're at 1%, but yet you want to start something new with a person who's on 100% full charge battery. You have been through trauma, you have been through insecurities, you have been through mental manipulation, you have manipulated, you have been everything as well as what you experience. And let's say that that the relationship didn't end on bad terms. Let's say it ended on understanding terms. What you may have understood at the time may not be what you understand 2-3 years from now. There is no reason to bring the next person that you are dealing with the baggage that you dealt with previously before. You may have been cheated on before, and the new person that you with is against it. But indeed, you're being Inspector Gadget because you can't get over trauma from the last situation. You can't get over pain from the last situation. Everything that person has done to you, you feel like you will do it, the next person will do it to you. Or everything that you have done that you feel guilty of, you feel like will be done back to you. And trust, I believe in karma. So yeah, is watch how you treat people, because in return, you'll be treated. So at the end of the day, it is hard to love someone on 100% where you're at 1%. There's no way that they can help charge you, because about time they help you get to the charger, your battery died. Your battery died. You go into your next situation with all these insecurities and low self-esteem and all this anxiety and all this pain and all this hurt. And you hand it to the next person and say, hey, deal with me. Deal with this. And when somebody's first getting to know you and they first getting to date you, or you just begin a relationship, they will, because they're not mentally stimulated by you at that point. They're physically stimulated. So at the end of the day, they're listening to everything you say, everything that you have went through, and they're having pity for you. That's what it is, because they're in this fantasy world at the time where they really don't even hear you, because you're a new person in their life in a new situation. So they're concentrating on the situation, but they're not concentrating on you. And indeed, once they realize that you are who they should have been concentrating on, and they realize everything that comes with you, they run. Or they stay, but become damaged just like you. Because you know what you do? You drain their battery. You drain them for every percent they have. And you damn sure make sure the battery die on them. And in that time, you're not trying to charge the battery. You're trying to move on. Because everything that they could have been, you were like this. You were blind to it. Because you could not get over the pain and the hurt from your previous situation. So you knew that it was not true. And it would be a fantasy fairy tale if you were to find someone to love you, to appreciate you, to support you, to be there for you, and for you to be able to give those things back. You thought in your head that that was a fantasy. So that new person that came into your life that vowed to be all those things, you didn't believe them. Because you wasn't ready to believe them, because you were not healed. You jumped from relationship to relationship. So you brought that person down with you, and that person wasn't focusing. That person didn't understand what was going on. They thought they were being there for you. And it got to the point about time they realized that, hold on, I'm losing myself being there for this person. My battery dead. Stop being a battery killer. Learn how to help and grow with someone to recharge. Recharge yourself first before you can even, just like a car. If my car dies, I cannot give anyone else a jump. My car has to be charged to be there for you. So charge yourself. Get to know yourself. It's okay to be single. I'm not saying being single forever. I'm saying being single to get to know oneself all over again. Get to know what you like. Get to know what makes you laugh, what makes you cry, or what type of person that you're willing to be with, what type of person you don't want to be with. Look at all your experiences and all the relationships and all the people that you have dealt with, men or women, and decide. Make a list for yourself and decide, what were my pros? What were my cons? You can choose. You have the option to choose who you want to be with. Make that a wise decision, because you can damn sure get with someone who is completely damaged and you don't know how far gone they are. And here they are trying to commit a crime on you because emotionally, they're emotionally out of control. And see, all the signs were there, but you wasn't looking because you were doing this. Learn how to know the signs. Learn how to know what you expect and what you want. Learn how to charge your battery before you involve yourself with another phone or another car.